Coming up on State of Events, SFPD defused tense Park Merced standoff.
And President Biden unveils student loan relief debt.
And 99-cent stores come to a close. State of Events starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to State of Events. I'm Samantha Sanchez.
And I'm Bolanos. Today is April 10th, 2024. State of Events starts now.
Early Monday morning, a male suspect was taken into custody after barricading himself in a Park Merced apartment. San Francisco police said officers responded around 6:32 a.m. to the 400 block of Gonzalez Drive in the southwest portion of the city regarding a person breaking in and making threats. Police have also stated that the unidentified male suspect may have been experiencing a mental health emergency. Our field reporter Danielle Haro is at the scene with more information.
That's right, Sam. I'm standing right outside San Francisco State University in the Park Merced neighborhood, where police were involved in a situation involving a suspect who locked himself inside one of the apartments here. University Police Department kept students notified starting as early as 6:30 in the morning, letting them know what was going down, and continued to let them know throughout the day up until 3:19 when that issue was resolved. No further information is known at this time, other than the identity of the suspect is not known, and the suspect is in custody. What we do know is that the suspect was having some kind of mental health emergency. Reporting live for State of Events, I'm Daniela Hart. Back to you in the studios.
President Biden unveiled a new plan on Monday that could help about 30 million borrowers erase some or all of their college loans. The latest attempt at broad debt relief comes less than a year after the Supreme Court blocked Biden's previous attempt to help student borrowers when the court's June ruling denied up to $20,000 in forgiveness to roughly 40 million Americans. The new plan turns to an older law, the Higher Education Act, which allows the Secretary of Education to compromise, waive, or release federal student loans.
NATAS held its second annual event here at the Beckett Department. The event was held from 10 to 2. The event held seminars and breakout rooms for faculty and students to see how the Academy works. Current and former members of the Academy also stopped by to meet with people who attended the event. Alejandro Espinoza has the story.
The Beckett Department held its second annual NATAS event. The event was held on Saturday and was a good turnout for students and faculty. NATAS was hosted by former and current members of the Academy and held breakout rooms to discuss ways of getting into the field of broadcasting surrounding news.
I was here last year at this event, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. I mean, it's a great networking opportunity, meeting a lot of people in the industry, getting to learn about a bunch of different roles.
The event held 5 breakout rooms where attendees could watch and listen as speakers came up to talk about innovative ideas and new topics for the mass media. Going around the event, the room was filled with eager and passionate students waiting to learn about NATAS and how the Academy works. We spoke to a few to get their say.
I guess one big takeaway is just how diverse the media field is. Going from, at least with the lectures I attended today, the music video productions, and then to, PIOs at police departments doing media and PR. It's been very informative, and at the same time, it has been a very long day.
The Beckett Department held its second annual NATAS conference meeting. Here, SF State students were welcome to come along, do a bunch of seminars, listen in to some of the professionals in their career, and get to experience some of the cool workshops that we had upstairs and downstairs in Studio 1 and 2.
Once the breakout rooms were wrapped, the majority of the attendees still at the event gathered around for a small mixer where photos were taken. The event ended right after the mixer and was a great turnout with a lot of helpful information.
When I was at SF State, I actually won a reporting scholarship through NATAS, and so that was my first introduction. Did that, and eventually joined the board as secretary, and then just about a month or two ago, recently became the vice president of smaller markets.
People gathered for a memorial for Herb Zettel and also a little mixer towards the end. I'm Alejandro Espinoza reporting from SFSU State of Events.
Former President Donald Trump said Wednesday that an Arizona law that criminalizes nearly all abortion goes too far and called on Arizona lawmakers to change it while also defending the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Trump issued a video statement this week declining to endorse a national abortion ban, saying he believes limits should be left to states. His statement angered some religious conservatives and energized allies of President Joe Biden.
Coming up after the break, more on the NATAS event.
And later in the show, a floating house moves through the bay, so stick around.
San Francisco State's Broadcast and Electronic Communication Arts program is a renowned dynamic major for all kinds of media arts.
You're not going to find this hands-on media experience anywhere else.
We are here to be a talent pipeline to the media and entertainment industry.
I love all my classes that I've taken with all the Becca professors.
I want students to have the freedom to create what they want to create and what they're passionate about.
We are mostly concerned with our students' ability to succeed in ways that they wish to succeed.
I have a lot of skills now that I didn't have before.
I mean, there's so much you can do here. It's incredible. There's really no limit.
Mom, seriously, why don't you ever listen to me?
It's hard to always know what's going on with your kids.
Hey, bud. How was school today?
Fine. Lots of homework.
If they're moody and closed off, is it just typical behavior or something more? The Talk They Hear You mobile app and Screen for Success tool can help you find out. The mobile app shows you how to turn everyday situations into opportunities to talk with your kids about alcohol and other drugs. And Screen for Success helps you find out if your child needs more support. Screen for Success gives you a better understanding of your child's health, wellness, and well-being, a confidential report of their screening results, and helpful resources. So download the free Talk They Hear You mobile app and start using Screen for Success today. Connect with your kids and help keep them safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you.
As we mentioned, the Becca Department hosted its second annual Media Mixer with NATAS this past Saturday. Reporter Daniela Haro has more on the story, what NATAS is, and why events like this are essential for Becca students.
I'm here in Marcus Hall at the second annual Becca NATAS Media Meld. Today I sat with participants and NATAS members to get to know the Academy's goals as the most recognized organization in television. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, better known as NATAS, stepped into Marcus Hall to provide an opportunity for students to learn firsthand from industry professionals. Since its founding in 1995, NATAS has been dedicated to the advancement and education of the broadcast industry. NATAS members tell me that building the bridge for students from school to the professional industry is one of their main objectives.
I want to impress upon them this feeling of professionalism, that you're rising up out of being a student. So it's a different world. Being a professional, I really want students to understand what being a professional is like.
Aside from its well-known Emmy Award, the Academy also sponsors numerous programs, seminars, and scholarships in cities across 19 regional chapters in the U.S.
We're all over the place, so sometimes we try to focus our events in different markets that we serve that are part of our region. Overall, our biggest event of the year are the regional Emmy Awards. That's sort of a homecoming for a lot of us when we all get together and celebrate great work in television.
Breakout speakers shared with me how crucial it is to give back to up-and-coming students in broadcast and embracing all the changes happening in the media industry.
The thing we don't want to have happen is to not be where the viewers are. We need to be where the viewers are, and we should develop our stories, not always, but many times, to try to match the audience's expectations. Because that's what we're here to do, is we're here to inform them. And if we're not informing them in a way that's actually engaging for them, well, then they probably aren't going to be watching. And that's not what we want to do.
To learn more about NATAS or how to become a member, visit the Academy's website at theemmys.tv. Reporting for State of Events, I'm Daniela Haro.
After years of setbacks, construction crews will begin building a central hub for the unhoused community on Broadway Street and Vallejo this week. With one step forward to tackling homelessness within the community, the Vallejo Navigation Center is slated to open with 125 shelter beds at 1937 Broadway Street in December. The center will provide clients with case management, social and medical services, as well as job training. Funding is mostly provided by the state city grants. In addition, about $6 million of operational costs are expected to be covered by the Sutter Health, Kaiser Permanente, and North Bay Healthcare. The center will serve approximately 200 people annually.
What do you spend the most on? Is it clothes, food, or gas? It turns out that millennials and Gen Zers splurge the most on groceries, according to a McKinsey report. The report asked 4,000 people from baby boomers to Gen Zers. It was found that millennials spend more after becoming parents, while Gen Zers often choose high-quality snacks and beverages. A Moody report also found that consumers will spend more than $400 per month to purchase the same goods and services a year ago.
After 42 years of service, the national chain of 99-cents only stores is shutting down. Operators blame unmanageable inflation and theft for its demise. The move will impact the company's 371 locations in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Texas. The 99-cent locations have already begun the process of shutting down and liquidating and tossing away inventory on Friday. The 99-cent stores joins a growing list of staple businesses buckling under the pressure of rising inflation. Coming up after the break, houseboat sails on the bay.
And San Francisco State holds its annual 5K run, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yes. Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, the pesticides, the water, the land, was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios, these goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
DEPRESSION.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Welcome back to State of Events. A house floating on water under the Bay Bridge was spotted over the weekend. A large two-story house was being pulled by a small boat this Sunday. It was making its way from the Docktown Marina to Richardson Bay in Sausalito. The home is one of the last floating homes that remains in the Bay Area. It had to move after being threatened with eviction because it was illegal to live at the Docktown Marina. It was spotted by a crowd of onlookers.
This Saturday, the Michoud Wellness Center is hosting its annual 5K walk, run, and roll. This exciting event is inclusive and open to all participants for just $20. The event starts at 10 a.m. and will take place around campus, starting and ending at Malcolm X Plaza. There will be giveaways and awards to celebrate the winners and participants. More information can be found at campusrec.sfsu.edu.
Well, the longest I could run is 7 miles with my dog.
That's perfect. You should bring your dog to the 5K.
I'm afraid if I do, she'll bark at everybody.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure they'd love to see a fuzzy face.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to subscribe to our State of Events channel on YouTube. For State of Events, I'm Samantha Sanchez.
And I'm Leo Bolanos. Have a great day.